Oh yeah, all of that is just stupid. It's 100% stupid. It's exactly like you say. Everybody's a colonist. What is going in here? Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ha! Oh, don't do that. No, no, no. That's bad. So how do I get those off the belt? Uh-oh. I done goofed. Let's take that out of there. I want that out of the belt, damn it. I have to... Oh. Oh, that's just bad news for me. Okay, I guess maybe tear that down. Okay. There we go. That unjammed it. Can't use that as generic storage. That has to be copper storage. Hello, Turbo. You feeling better now that your stomach's empty? After you rushed to fill it because I starve you? Oh, you can make biomass out of mycelia, too. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, all the latest stuff is just because we don't teach our kids history. That our education system is completely compromised, and it's very deliberate. This is on purpose that they don't teach kids these things about, our recent and even further past. It's because they actually, they believe in all these radical political ideas that don't work, but they want to force it on people anyway. And so the only way to do that is to avoid teaching, a lot of the bad things that happened. Oh, a parachute I need. Yeah, exactly. That's what they think. They're wrong, but that's what they really believe that. And not to Godwin the discussion, but that kind of thinking, that's how we got the Nazis. It really is. And it's fucking frightening that these people are so eager to forget that and they don't realize it. Okay, I need fabric. And then a whole bunch of cable. Oh. Oh, interesting. You just make... Okay, so it costs biomass and mycelia to make fabric. Interesting. Yeah, because what happened just this past couple of weeks with all the rioting going on. That's reminiscent of the Weimar Republic in Germany in the early and mid 1930s, where people got themselves all wound up and nice and violent, and it became commonplace to have so-called brown shirts, and guess what color Antifa likes to wear, apart from black.
New equipment unlocked.
See if it says anything about parachutes. But yeah, it doesn't. So, yeah, you ended up in a situation where there was routine violence, and it was organized. You had gangs roaming the streets, just rioting, tearing stuff down, burning things. All sorts of shit. And they, people turned to the political party that promised to get rid of all the violence, and that was the Nazi Party. And the scary thing is they did. And that's what got them into power and what kept them in power. So I've researched parachute. How do I make parachutes? Oh, equipment bench. Parachute. I am needing fabric, and I am needing more cables. I have bonus have both things. Yeah, ISIS got shit on for trashing. They mostly went after religious figures and statues, but yeah, they caught a ration of shit, as they should have, for trashing old monuments and stuff. I really think it's completely unacceptable and disrespectful for these people to just go ham on either attacking or trying to politically force down these monuments in America. I don't care if it's Confederate. I don't care. I mean, there's a statue of fucking Lenin in, I think it's... Oh no, get down, Rugen. Get down. Thank you. Do not vomit on the work laptop. That is bad. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't care if there's a statue of Lenin in Portland, Oregon, I think it is. And they don't seem to mind that. I'd love for someone to target it, though. That'd be hilarious. Okay, so what do parachutes do? It's a consumable. Okay, that sucks. Slows down your fall when activated in midair. How the hell? So they don't auto-activate then? I guess you have to consciously choose to use it. That's disappointing. Just eat it. Get rid of that. Little extra never hurt anybody. Man, this biofuel is fantastic. Oh, yeah, okay. Good question. There are some subtleties to it, but at a very basic level, the name United States isn't actually just a cliche or anything. It's a real thing. It's a collection of 50 largely independent states, all united under one federal government. Each individual state has its own governor, and for the most part, the day-to-day life and functioning of a state is all autonomous. You know, states have a lot of power, and really all the power in our country is vested in the states, except for the things the Constitution gives the federal government the right or the authority to do. Basically, the feds, or the federal government, offers the court of last resort, which is the Supreme Court, to deal with constitutional legal controversies. And it's in charge of national defense. So if somebody tries to invade the United States, then it's the federal government that steps in with our military and goes and beats ass. When there's a crisis that a state gets overwhelmed by, like a national disaster, or COVID, or Chinese flu, whatever you want to call it, and it needs collective resources gathered from all 50 states, like when we have to chip in and work together on something, that's when the federal government can step in with stuff like the National Guard for collective resources like National Guard for security and physical defense and that sort of thing. So basically, national defense, defending the borders, border control, courts of last resort, and that sort of thing. That's what the feds are for. There's probably more. I just don't remember. It's been a couple decades since I took civics. Doop.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory. We encourage you to consider more verticality when it comes to factory logistics to streamline short-range transportation. The productivity display will help you measure and improve the productivity of individual buildings to aid with optimization.
Yay! Hey, Zardas, how's it going? Zardasmo, sorry. I stopped saying your name halfway through like an idiot. Oh, right. We have to wait 3 minutes before we can start the next research. I think we're going to want base building stuff. A federal law can only be challenged in a federal court. And so when you hear about a case where a law where there's a stay or the Ninth Circuit Court decided that such and such law doesn't apply. They're actually working on fixing this because it's being abused. But say a fucking state judge in Hawaii managed to place an injunction against executive orders that Trump has issued about border control. and it got overturned because, duh, the executive has obvious authority and a directive, like a direct mandate to control the border, and so it got shot down. But yeah, a federal level court, like that one in Hawaii, has the power to shut down or stop or cancel federal laws. A state has to challenge a federal law in federal court. I'm doing okay, Zard. Oh man, that sucks. So you haven't been to your house or your apartment for 2 months, and now what happened to it? Oh yeah, the sanctuary cities thing, that's illegal. I'm really disappointed that Trump hasn't gone hard on the states for pulling that shit. Because they're directly contravening federal policy or federal law and providing material aid to criminals. So, I mean, I don't... Yay, drone's back! I mean, it's just so clear-cut to me. And so blatantly obvious that it's not legal. It just stuns me that nobody has gone in and smacked the cities for that. It's really it's actually the state government's job to spank that kind of stuff down. And that's happened in Texas. There's a couple liberal strongholds in Texas, which is a very red state overall. I think Houston tried to declare itself a sanctuary city, and the state governor stepped in and said, "No, you dumb fucks, that's not how it works in this state." And I think the legislature even made it illegal statewide to declare a sanctuary city. And yeah, if you step in front of ICE and you try to stop them from doing what they're trying to do, you're breaking the law. They just infuriatingly have not brought the hammer down hard on these people. What I'm really hoping is going to happen is that after Trump wins later this year, re-election, presidents in America only get 2 terms, ever. So, and the incumbent always wins. So there hasn't been a one-time president for like 30 years, I don't think. I think Reagan was the last one. No, Bush Sr. was the last single-term president. It was either Bush Sr. or Reagan that only had 1 term, and their opponent won. But it's really rare. I think only 3 times in history has the incumbent lost. So Trump is almost certainly going to win in 2020, the general election coming up. I mean, politics aside, whether you agree with it or not, that's just how it's going to go. But I'm really hoping that in his second term, when he's no longer concerned with getting reelected, that he really turns the screws on some of this, because it needs to happen. No, they didn't remove funding from the city. They just told the cities that they were breaking the law, and if they kept trying, they were going to get the state police dropped in their lap. And that was enough to cool them down. Actually, it was kind of funny to watch the backpedaling from that one. It was really delightful. Okay, we're going to set this guy up to do some concrete for us. Go pick up some concrete. Or, excuse me, limestone. Concrete guts. Glad to hear your internet's working again, Zard. So what happened to your apartment? How'd it get trashed? Did like somebody break in or something? Bags of concrete. One thing that I know the government threatened to do on a federal level, and this one cracked me up, they, I don't think they actually went through with this, but they said they were going to, just to watch the, to watch the left, the Democrats kind of make asses of themselves. So they made all this noise about how, oh, we're sanctuary cities, we'll protect you from ICE, and we won't cooperate with the feds about illegal immigrants, blah, blah, blah. So the feds said, okay, you don't like us detaining them at the border. You think that's cruel and unusual punishment. So, all right, we'll play ball. We're going to take all these people that we get from the border, all these illegals, and we're going to drop them off in your sanctuary cities. Is that all right with you? Because, you know, you want to take care of them and protect them, right? Well, we're just going to hand them right off to you. And you would not believe the shrieking. Like, oh my God, you can't do that. No. We can't take care of them. We don't have the money. We can't afford that. This is just so good. Made me so happy to see that happen. Let's build a container of storage again. Flop that right there. Oh, gotcha. So there's other people living in there and they made a mess of things. Gotcha. Yeah, that sucks, dude. Say no more. I understand. Yeah, that sucks. Plenty of plates, so let's get going on some rods. And how are we on concrete? That's slow going. Jeez. Did they at least leave your bed in there? Or are you talking out? So that's a big balcony, I guess. Ooh, big thing. I like how he has guards with him. And I just realized something. So there's flying creatures. And they seem peaceful enough, but they encourage... The game straight up encouraged building vertically a bit ago. Saying, hey, you should totally build upwards. It'll save space. I bet that's a thing where you can build too high, and that little monster will become a problem. Oh, nice. Yeah, I lived with roommates for about a year, and for a couple years back in the mid 2000s, and I got lucky. They were nice, and they didn't. There wasn't any issues with people stealing shit. They were pretty good. Doop.
Milestone reached. You have unlocked several structures aimed to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure and improved overview. Building these will provide a grid for more advanced organizing and sectioning of your factory.
By 2 meters, so for people used to freedom units, that's like 9 feet by 6 feet. Yeah, that is pretty small. 6 chairs and a table? That's pretty good. Like, must have had an engineer. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. Yeah, I did get lucky. They were good people. I miss them. I don't think they miss me much, though. Sadly, there are some people out there who cannot separate politics from friendship, and yeah. It's always really sad when that sort of thing happens. What's this loser's fucking fag playing this game? Hey Rev, how's it going? I don't care what you call it, this game is fun as fuck. Assembler. Fitness addict, soldier, and a necromancer? You had people raising the dead? Holy shit. I love it. You jelly landing pad. Can I record your status as jelly? And resource sync program. You can dump supply parts into research data, and you get coupons to spend at the awesome shop. I don't know what these actually are, so I don't know that I want to touch it yet. Yeah, I suppose that's true, Rev. And an executive order is a legal instruction by the president to instruct his departments, the executive departments, like Department of State, Department of Justice, Homeland Security, all the different parts of the government that execute the laws, instructing them to do something specific. That also includes the military, so he's the commander-in-chief, so he can issue direct orders to the military. To some extent. Well, no, he's in charge, but the one thing he can't do is declare war. That's Congress's job. This will do part assembly next. So we've got base building going. Oh, cool. It's building rods. Nice. This thing is building nothing. We need plates, so we'll go back to plates. Hang on to some of that.
Hi, Turbo. Now, you got food, baby. I don't know what you want now. You are so cute. You're a good cat. Good kitty kitty. Come here. Good boy. Give the cat loves.
I think my character is a nondescript asexual. It has thankfully and graciously said nothing about my gender or my fucking pronouns or skin color. I am simply engineer. Based on the frame. Oh, you mean the hands? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? She hasn't grunted or anything, so I don't know. Oh, I see. Missed the boob slider. I didn't think you played games without boob sliders. Well, you know, I gotta make exceptions every once in a while. You know, I can't be completely a complete and total bastard. I mean, I can, but it's boring after a little while. You guys know me too well. I love you guys. No homo. What we really need... Well, I actually think I need more power. Yeah, we're at... Yeah, we could do with more power. We're getting close to that cap. So, I suppose that means we need to start building up, like the game says. Wow, lookout tower is cheap. I suppose that's on purpose. So we've got walls, and we've got foundations. And ramps up. Okay, I guess we'll start with... Oh, it costs limestone. Wow, okay, or cement. I don't suppose... Well, we just need to find out. Look at all the pollution my factory is putting out. I'm awesome. So I guess if we go up, 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 we'll set up smelting and let's see, smelting on the first level and power production on the first level. And we'll hoist that up to basic storage on the second level and hoist up from that to a third level where production happens, where like basic staples get made. And yeah, we'll see how this works. I need a lot of concrete. Hey, Zartran. Hey, no problem. Glad to have you around. You're boosting my viewer count, so I'll take it. How you doing, dude? I didn't ask Revna either. How the hell are you, Rev? Rude of me. My apologies. Ah. I don't understand what's the sample trying to do. Doesn't seem to do anything. Whatever. Oh, yep, that is how that works. Let's see how stupid I can get. See if it enforces, like, gravity. It does not appear to. So to really put that to the test, let's completely miss that jump. That's totally what I wanted to do. Run out here. What is something I can build? That would not be it. Do I really have nothing to build with? Apparently not. Oh yeah, build a lookout tower. And I don't have that either. Yeah, well, 32 hours a week, so I guess technically part-time, yeah. They, this job, I don't actually have really any benefits. If I wanted... Well, that's not true. I get, like, short and long-term disability, and if I wanted to pay into it, I could get health insurance, and it's not worth it. I'm on my wife's health insurance as it is. But yeah, they haven't canceled our benefits or anything like that, so, you know, that's a saving grace. And the park reopened, so I think they're gonna start doing away with the part-time stuff and go back to full-time fairly soon. It's supposed to be the end of, well, yeah, the 32-hour thing is going to be at least through the end of June. But with a little luck, you know, it'll calm down after that. Yeah, they let us work from home too, so that's been really good. To think how I want to do this. I guess I have to do that. Then go up like that. Yeah, there we go. That looks friggin' weird, but I'll take it. Supports are in a DLC. You pay for the DLCs and resources you harvest and objects you create. Oh, is that what the awesome shop is? I was wondering about that. Cool. Are supports just cosmetic? Or does researching them make you compelled to build them? Cool. Oh, nice. Gotcha. Okay. That's cool. What? Oh, right. I middle clicked.